Hello, strangers on the internet. Today I just wanted to make my February book journal setup. We're almost done with January. My customary time check, it is 2:21. I'm also still in the middle of my 24-hour reading challenge. You should definitely check that out. I have read quite a few books. If this is your first video of mine that you've watched, this is my reading journal. Welcome. I should give it a name. It doesn't have a name. But for 2024, since I am studying abroad in the spring semester, all of my setups are only going to be in black and white. So these are the only 3 materials that I used. It's just like a mechanical pencil, this Papermate Inkjoy medium whatever black pen, and then the Precise Pilot V5 is my absolute favorite pen. And so all of my themes are all going to be in black and white, and they're all going to be map or travel themed. So this is my cover page, and then this one is going to be like plain suitcase world, plain travel themed. So this is my cover page. I just did a little suitcase and some planes and some buzzies. And then this is going to be my first like book page, and then I always do a TBR and then my statistics that I'll fill in at the end of the month. And then I have this globe in the middle. I just haven't filled in like anything on the globe because I'm lazy. And then this is my fanfic log. And then this is a continuation of my like book log, and I have some suitcases here that look cute. So now that I've showed off the journal, I wanted to go ahead and pick what my February TBR is going to be. So something new that I'm doing this year. This is my January spread. I'll have a flip through of this coming soon, but I have a roll to read where I have 10 numbers. I have it in my little bag here. This one right here, put the other dice to the side. So this is a 10-sided dice, all pretty and rainbow. I got it at a convention, and I don't remember from who. I'm really sorry, but they were super nice, and I got a full set of rainbow dice, including a 10-sided one. So I will basically roll the dice 5 times, and I will do whatever corresponds with. So, I guess let's go ahead for our first roll. And if it's unclear, I'll just roll again. Oh wait, let me move it to the side. A 4, okay. So 4 on here is, a NetGalley book. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the 2 books that I have on NetGalley right now, one is actually the second book in a series that I haven't read the first one to, and the other one is called, let me look what the other one is called real quick. Okay, so the 2 books that I have are The Sky of Emerald Stars, which is the second book in a series, and the other book I have is The In-Between Bookstore. So I guess I'll put The In-Between Bookstore. I think it has since come out. Yes, it came out on January 14th. So, I mean, I didn't get to read it before it came out, which is unfortunate, but we will put it on the list for February. And pen. Like, where did my pen go? It was just here. Okay, let's see. Okay, The In-Between Bookstore by Edward Underhill. So that'll be the first book on our list. Traditionally, I do 5, but I'm thinking I might do 7 this month. We'll see, because I read a lot of books in January, and I have like quite a few like really long flights in February that I'll need some books for. So I think we're gonna do 7 this month. But let's just roll the second dice. A 2. So flipping back over, a 2 is one of my 25 books in 2025. So let me flip over to that. It starts here. If you haven't seen this, is my 25 books that I'd like to get to sometime in 2025. It's comprised of just some popular books I'd like to get to, my 3 soft DNFs from last year. These are all sequels I would like to get to, and then just a variety of other books that I would like to get to. So far, I have read Powerless, which I rated 1 star, and Killer Instinct, which I rated 4 stars. So, now the question is, what do I want to read from here? My first instinct is Onyx Storm, because I had the audiobook out for like another 8 days, and I know once that goes away, I'm not going to get it for like months. So we're gonna put Onyx Storm on. Normally I like waffle a little bit more on it, but I know once my hold of that goes away, it's never coming back. So we're just gonna put it on so I have an excuse to read it soon. Okay, so that is book number 2. Roll number 3 is going to be a 7, which is, I should like actually put the bookmark in here so I don't lose it. So a 7 is one for my Pop Sugar Challenge. Ooh, okay. So for those of you who don't know, every year, Pop Sugar, it's like a website. They do a reading challenge, which consists of 50 prompts. Typically 10 normal prompts or 10 advanced prompts and 40 normal prompts. Last year was a little bit different, but that is the way it is structured this year. Currently, as of right now, I have completed like several of the prompts. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, for reference, I have a Notion template with all of the prompts and whatnot, and with the books that I've read for them. So still in the middle of Cooker Kingdom, but these are all the prompts that I don't have a book for yet. Ooh, a book I got for free. I was specifically planning to read More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera, because I got it free from the same conference I got these dice from, but a different year. My local library, they had a booth and like a spinning wheel, and so I spun the wheel and I got a free book. So I was planning to read More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. So I'll type this here and then I'll write it in my book, and that will be okay. So I've added More Happy Than Not as a Pop Sugar, and that's good because that's a prompt where I'd already pulled out the one specific book that I wanted to read for it. And sometimes like those are like where it's like I could read any book. Those ones are really easy. But if I have like one or only a couple books picked out, then sometimes it's harder to get to those. But yeah, let's roll the dice again. Another 4. I've already forgotten what 4 is. Is that the NetGalley? Yeah, so that's another NetGalley book. So I guess we'll read the first book in whatever that other series is. Let's see, A Sky Full of Emerald Stars. What's the first book in that series? Let me look. Okay, so A Sky of Golden Stars is the second book in the Golden Court series, and the first book is A River of Golden Bones. So we will add A River of Golden Bones by A.K. Mulford. And then hopefully I can get to the second book this month as well, but that one I make no guarantees on. I make no guarantees on all of this. This is like just kind of a suggestion to prompt me on some books that I should read through this month. January is actually probably the closest I've ever come to completing a TBR, and even then I didn't complete it all the way. Okay, so I've now added A River of Golden Bones by A.K. Mulford, and we will read for our 5th. I think I am gonna do 7, maybe 8. I don't know. I just love to roll the dice. A 2. All right, let's see what we got for 2. Oh, another 25 books in 2025. I wanted a little bit more diversity in my rolls, but here we are. Ooh, let's see. What do we have so far on the TBR? So we have the In-Between Bookstore, which I think it's gonna be like, the Midnight Library, like that kind of vibe. Onyx Storm and A River of Gold, those are gonna be fantasy. More Happy Than Not's gonna be contemporary. So I don't know, maybe something YA. She Drives Me Crazy, Ander and Santi were here. Could do either of those. Here's to Us. Could do Shatter Me. Or Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Oh, I don't think I have any mystery on here yet. That might be a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna put A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. All right, I've added A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson to the TBR. Okay. If we roll a 2 or a 4 again, I'm just gonna re-roll it because I want to spice things up a little bit. A 0. I don't know if I've ever rolled a 0 in my 2 months of doing this. I literally have a bookmark there and I still can't flip to it. A mood read! Ah! Okay, so I am currently, for my 24-hour readathon, I read the second Rachel's Apprentice book and then proceeded to read the 3rd and now the 4th one. So I'm gonna put the 5th Ranger's Apprentice book as my mood read because I'm just in such a mood to continue that series. So let me see what the 5th one is. The one I'm on right now is The Battle of Scandia. Scandia? Is that really how I'm pronouncing it? All right, and then book 5 is The Sorcerer in the North. So we will add The Sorcerer in the North to book 5 in the Ranger's Apprentice series by John Flanagan. Okay, so The Sorcerer in the North. Okay, let's do one more roll. What am I hoping for? I hope I get TBR Yahtzee. If not, I'm gonna do a TBR Yahtzee anyway. That one doesn't count. 8. 8 is, ooh, a pull from the TBR jar. I did not bring the TBR jar in here because I kind of completely forgot that TBR jar was even an option. So let me go grab the TBR jar and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and here's the TBR jar. If you haven't seen it before, I actually have a whole video where I like put this together. But this is basically, so since I print out the covers to my books, so for like in January, for example, like I print out the covers, I just haven't glued these ones in yet. While I was bored during finals week this year, or this past semester, printed out every book on my physical TBR, any book I had plans to read for this year, books that like were on my radar, books that just sounded interesting, series I wanted to reread, author backlogs. So we could literally pull anything out of the jar and it would not surprise me. There's, I think 900, like just over 900 little covers in here. So we're gonna shake it up and we're gonna randomly pull one out. I am allowed to put it back if it's like the 3rd book in a series or like anything like that. Oh, let me actually look away and then we'll just reach in and grab one. Here we go. Oh, okay, so this is Forged by Fire by Sharon M. Draper. I'll bring it a little closer. And this is, they're connected standalones and they're all very sad. We will add this to the TBR though. Oh, one got stuck to the lid. City of Ghost by V.E. Schwab. So I've actually read this one. I'll continue to hold it up here. So I've actually read this one before, but I haven't read the other two, and so I wanted to go ahead and read all three. I actually own all three of them. But this one is about a boy. I think his name is Gerald, Jeremy, something like that. And he lives with his mother, who is not a very kind person. And so kind of his struggles of living in a bad home environment. So it's been a while. I haven't read it since middle school, but I'm excited. This was a good TBR jar pull. So I will put that over there. All right, so this is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are our 7 books that we have pulled, or I have pulled. And you heard me mention earlier, I actually have a TBR Yahtzee game that I plan to play throughout the year. Last month we actually rolled it, and we rolled 3 6s for Cookie Kingdom. And so I want to try it. There's 13 categories, so I'd like to try and do at least one a month. And so we're going to add an 8th book to the TBR, which is a TBR Yahtzee, even though we did not roll it with our other dice. So, yeah, the rules are I will roll the 5 dice. I have a 6th one here just in case, but we will roll the 5 dice and we will try and make a Yahtzee thing. All right, so I have moved my journal just in front of me so I can still read the prompts, but I'm going to go ahead and roll. Let's see. 6, 5, 4. That leaves me open for a straight on the bottom. I mean, like, it's a closed straight, but I could still go for... Oh, 6, 5, 4, 3. I'm so dumb. Okay, so there's a small straight. Let's see if we can go for a large straight. This has to be a 2. Okay, not a 2. Hey! Okay, large straight. So, so let's see, the large straight prompt. Let me bring the book back. So that will give me 40 points. And then a book with a polyamorous queer couple. Ooh. So the first thing that comes to mind is there's this like Christmas book. I think it's called actually let me just look what it's called. It keeps like popping up on my Hoopla. Like every time I open Hoopla, it's like, we think you should read this book. And it's 2 guys and a girl, and I believe it's like vaguely like Christmas wintry theme. But oh, here it is. It's called Trick Shot. So this is, if you haven't seen it, called Trick Shot. But basically it follows this guy Leo, who is an identical twin to a famous hockey player. And then there's a girl named Riley who like mistakes him for this hockey player and invites him to spend the night. And then his best friend is also involved. Something like that. But I think since it is specifically Christmas themed, it's not what I want to read. So let me pull some more options for polyamorous queer couple books. So I am going to add Iron Widow by Shanje Zhao. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. But yeah, so Iron Widow, according to reviews and my Googling, does seem to have a polyamorous queer couple of MMF. So yeah. I am going to mark it as 40, but I'm going to write the title in pencil just in case I'm wrong. And it's like some sort of weird love triangle instead of like all 3 of them being together. Because then I will just try and read another book with that category. So I will add it to my TBR, wherever that is. Here it is. So this is my February TBR. There's 8 books. There's The In-Between Bookstore by Edward Underhill, Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera, A River of Golden Bones by A.K. Mulford, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, The Sorcerer in the North by John Flanagan, Forged by Fire by Sharon M. Draper, and Iron Widow by Xuanjie Zhao. I'm excited about this TBR. I don't think it's like my favorite TBR that I've ever concocted. There's definitely some books that I'm more excited to read than others. But yeah, I'm excited that we got to do the TBR jar. I have a couple ideas for how to use the TBR jar in like upcoming things that I want to do. But if you have any ideas for books you think I would enjoy based on this TBR, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know what books you're planning to read this month, and if you have a reading journal, what your theme is, or if you even do a theme. Maybe you don't. I'm kind of extra, so I do. So yep, that's the way the cookie crumbled this time. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you somewhere else on the internet. Bye.